Welcome to East by West Farms. Here we grow what we eat and we eat what we grow. Today I'm going to move some trees. Behind me is our single white, and you see our new addition. We had the single white for several years now. The wind here is crazy, and the single white is just not built for this kind of wind. So we got some leak on the roof. So what we decided is to put an awning on top. It protected the roof from very strong wind. As you can see, we decided to have some a little bit extra room. The original thought was to make this a greenhouse maybe later on, because this is the south side of the house. We can also make it a carport to put our cars underneath it. We have a fig tree there, has been growing there for 2 years. It's doing pretty well. On the left side is the first tree that we planted over there. It's a Texas native cedar elm. It's actually get pretty big. The two issues with it, one is it's too close to the single white. Another issue, of course, is with the awning, it may not get enough sun. Both trees are actually grow very well from cuttings. So, and now it's winter, so I'm going to get some cuttings so that I can plant them in some other locations and then dig them up. For the elm, it's going to be a bonsai tree that I haven't done bonsai for a while, but that one looks good, so I'm going to try to make it into a bonsai. And for the fig tree, I need to find a place for it to grow. I don't want to risk losing the tree if it doesn't take well in transplant. So I'm just going to get a cutting and make sure that I get some trees from the cutting. And if that goes well, then next year I'm going to come back to move it, because then I can afford to lose it. It is a good time to cut the fig tree because the leaves are all dried up. I don't know how cold with the winter will get. So far it has been okay. If we get a very cold snap, the tree might die down all the way to the ground. So we essentially lost all the branches above the ground. Instead of let nature take its course, I'm just going to cut it all the way down to the ground. That way I can use all this cutting to grow more fig trees. And I'm not worried about the tree come back. We had a pretty cold snap last year or 2 years ago, and the tree come back strong. So I think we are safe to cut it down to the ground. It's pretty easy, just use the pruner and cut all the small twigs off. From the cutting surface, it's very easy to see whether the branch is dead or not. The cambium is the ring right below the bark, and you can see that it's still green. The fig tree has very soft bark, so you can just scratch it, and you can see that it's very green underneath. So that means that the branch is not dead, and it will have a good chance to grow roots from there. Okay, so I got a few big branches, so I'm going to just use the lopper and done. All right. Of course, I need to come back here to clean out all this weed that's been growing during summer, and then mulch it around it. So if we get a good cold front, we may cover it to protect it so that it will come back next spring. To grow the cutting here, I'm going to try 2 different methods. One is I have this empty bottle, and I put some water. So what I will do is just get the cutting in there, and it creates kind of like a greenhouse environment with very moisture condition. Another way, of course, is just to put soil in the pot and stick the pot in there. One is I have water, and another one is I just leave it for winter. Right now it's dormant, and so it doesn't need the light or water supposedly. So when the weather warms in spring, I will bring them out under the sun and water them and see how that works. I'm not sure whether the direction matters, so this looks good. That's too long. All right. Just choose a few different ones. Hey. So I probably shouldn't tighten the lid too much, just kind of loosely in there so the air can still get in there. And we'll see how that works. For the rest of it, I will just mix some of this semi-decomposed wood chips with the clay soil there, so that will hold moisture pretty well. And then just stick the branches in there, and that's it. So it's going to be pretty straightforward. I just scratch the bark off and until I see the green, but I don't want to get the cambium off. And then just stick it in there. Pretty long one. This is all the cuttings I got from the one fig tree, and that gave me plenty of things to experiment. So I have some in this jar, I have some in a deep tray, and then I have some in the pots. So I also found this one that actually look like the bud is breaking out, which could be a good or bad thing. It might break out but not grow roots, and then it will fizzle out. These 3, I'm going to baby them, and then half of these, I'm going to water them, and then put them in a barn. Most of them will be in the dark, and then see in spring to bring them out. And these, I will leave them out in this nursery area and let them just survive to see if they survive the winter. In this video, I got cuttings from the fig tree and planted them in the pots. Hopefully, some of them will root and give our new fig trees. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. If you have not done so, please hit the subscribe button to follow our journey with the East by West Farms.